Belarus's leader pleads for Putin's help as post-election protests grow.
Here's a summary of the article.
The embattled Belarusian president, Alexander Lukashenko, has called on Vladimir Putin to help him quell the growing wave of protest inside the country, which has left his legitimacy in tatters and his regime facing its biggest crisis since he first came to power 26 years ago. This is a threat not just to Belarus. If Belarusians do not hold out, the wave will head over there too, he said in televised remarks to a meeting of advisers on Saturday, claiming that the protests were organized by shadowy figures from abroad. Both sides expressed confidence that all the problems that have arisen will be resolved soon, said a Kremlin transcript of a phone call between the two men, which took place later yesterday. Lukashenko's words came as protest organizers said they would hold what they believe would be the biggest demonstration in Belarusian history on Sunday, following a week in which events moved with remarkable speed after Lukashenko claimed to have secured 80% of the vote in last Sunday's presidential election. It is possible that if he had acted with more restraint, rigging the vote with a more plausible margin of victory, or crushing the protests but without the systematic sadism, he could now be sailing towards another term of stagnant authoritarianism. In the regions, too, there have been daily protests. Still, Putin will be keen to keep Belarus as a strategic ally and not to see street protests win out in yet another neighboring state. Protest organizers have called for everyone to converge on central Minsk at lunchtime today, in what may be a crunch moment for both the protesters and the regime.
This post received a score of 10,000, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Translation: People are upset because I rigged the election to keep my dictatorship and I need the help of a sympathetic foreign power or I'll get shot.
It's been a crazy year. I like to think we'd do something with a little more flair for a dictator's execution.
Mussolini's body was hung in public for days to be the subject of open scorn and mockery. It is believed that Hitler's fear of a similar fate was so severe that it is why he wanted his body cremated. What a dictator fears and hates most is being made to appear impotent and be mocked for it. Therefore dictators must be imprisoned in zoo-like enclosures and forced to act in ads for impotence and male enhancement products.
I really don't think Viagra would want to be associated with Trump. We can give him his own brand of penis enlargement pills. The mascot will be Toadstool from Mario Kart wearing a Yeti fur-esque coat made of pubes.
You'll be huge.
YUGE.
Wasn't he throwing tantrums and showing how independent he was from Putin no more than a month ago?
He's basically been juggling keeping Russia from annexing Belarus and keeping the West from going after Belarus for human rights violations for decades. For the last 25 years or so, Belarus under his leadership has been balancing on a tightrope, playing Russia and Europe against one another to keep Belarus independent. Looks like he's forced to choose now that things are spinning out of control. So I guess if Putin doesn't send him military support, he's on a plane to Moscow soon.
Belarusian military units have already been seen on the move. Military leadership in Belarus will be loyal to the Russian High Command. The question is if the soldiers will be. Likely Russian troops will be sent in.
Greater than likely Russian troops will be sent in. Only on vacation.
My bet is that there's going to be a huge uptick in unmarked self-defense forces carrying Russian weapons and speaking Russian, but when asked they're totally not Russian soldiers.
To be fair, Belarusians mostly speak Russian too, and they do use Russian weapons in their army as well.
Help me, Step President.
I'm stuck.
What are you doing, Step President?
Step President, I don't know how to make pasta.
Way to announce to the whole world you're Putin's bitch.
He'd prefer to be a live bitch over a dead, jailed ex-ruler.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Still a bitch though.
Yeah. Though it should be noted that Belarus and Russia are actually in a union together. While Lukashenko may be a bitch for groveling to Putin, it makes sense in their strategic partnership to do so.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.